Hey everyone, welcome back to Cisco Virtual Kitchen's Influencer Fridays. And as you know, young chefs on the rise, the future of our industry, are reviewing products from Cisco they've never tried before. Will they be rated good, great, or wow? With me today is Chef Jesse again, and I'm your host, Roger Bodwin. Hey Jess, good to see you again.
Hey Roger, long time no see.
I know, right? We're starting to do quite a bit of this.
No kidding.
What do you have today for us, Jesse?
We've got some awesome products from Greco International Cuisine. We've got their innovation line, which is a cool pun there, but we're going to try a couple different things. So we're going to start with some crab rangoon that's just in the air fryer right now. We've got some vegetable spring rolls that we're going to go to next, and then we're going to finish off with pork, then chicken, and then vegetable egg rolls. So lots of awesome snacks to start our Friday.
Fantastic. Excellent. All right. I like that name, Innovation. You're right. That's really creative.
It's catchy, right?
It is. It's catchy. It's clever.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. Very cool.
All right. So just taking our crab rangoon out. Now, something that's been super important for me when I'm testing any of these products is just the ability to pop them in my air fryer. It's been, a huge kind of switch, I think, for a lot of our people, our home cooks and whatnot. And so it's really important to see if it fries similarly to what I would expect if I'm frying it at the restaurant. So
we just got one of those. My kids cook a lot at home, and they asked us to get one. We did, and the results have been pretty good with the air fryer. They've been turning out a bunch of cool stuff with it.
I was hesitant to get one at first. I'm a bit of a purist, and I got it, and I've been shocked at the stuff that you can honestly do in these things. So
right, excellent.
That's great. So we're going to start with our crab rangoon here, which is essentially just like a pastry-filled shell that's got some fresh crab in it, some cooked crab. And the cool thing about this is I mentioned on our last show, but I always look at the ingredients that are listed, and it wasn't, artificial crab or anything like that. There was actually 3 different kinds of crab, I believe, on the recipe. So that's a telltale sign that this should be a pretty nice product. So I've got a nice crisp outer shell, nice and hot on the inside, and we'll give her a go. Yeah, that's good. I'll give that one a good rating for sure. Just looking at kind of some of the details on there. There's cream cheese as the first listed ingredient. And, again, that's just one of those things that as a chef, it tells me the ingredients that are in here are high quality and you're going to get a lot of great flavors. So, immediately as I flip over some of our products here that are almost done, immediately I can taste the cream cheese. I've got a really nice crab flavor, but it tastes real, which is huge for me as well. But really, really nice. And I'd be happy to have something like this, especially at home when it's, a little bit more difficult, at least where I live, to get some great Chinese food to have at home. So that's a good for sure.
Nice. Crispy texture, sour cream cheese, crispy texture, and crab. Nice blend of flavors there.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. And then we've also got some like green onions and stuff on the inside as well. So there's a bit of a fresh component as well. But seriously, 4 minutes in the air fryer at 350, and they were nice and crispy, hot in the middle, and really, really tasty.
How many rangoons came in the pack that you opened?
Yeah, so the rangoons come in a case of 100. Uh-huh. You can get, I think it's 20 in a pack. And then there's 5 packs or trays, if you will. And then the cool thing about these as well, just talking on, how difficult it is to make sure that your products stay fresh and great. If you freeze these, they're actually good for a year. So there's plenty of time to keep those. And I was talking so you can hear, but when I cut through our vegetable spring roll, which is what we're going to try next from the innovation line, it was nice and crispy. So this was 6 minutes in the fryer, or the air fryer, but it was nice and crispy. It's real hot already, and it's got some color on the outside. So this is the vegetable spring roll. Good flavors. Yeah, definitely good flavors. I'm going to give this one a good. I think it's a really, really solid base. I'd love like a nice dipping sauce or something to go with it. But the flavors are not muted by any means. Sometimes when you get frozen products or prepackaged products like this, they're not made fresh. You can lose a lot of the flavors as they're frozen, and none of the flavors were muted. It was really, really front of the palate as soon as I tried it. And the coolest thing about these as well is there's no MSG. So there's no trans fat, no MSG, and so you have a little bit of a peace of mind knowing kind of exactly what you're eating here.
What's the blend of veggies that are in those spring rolls?
Yeah, so we've got cabbage, green beans, carrots, mushrooms, onions, and then obviously we've got our vermicelli noodles, and there's a little bit of tofu bean curd in there as well to just bind everything together. So yeah, really, really nice. And the shell is really, really nice and crispy on these. Sometimes just depending on the makeup of the outside, it can not get where we want it to be, and these are nice. I really, really like those.
What type of dipping sauce would you recommend?
It's definitely personal preference. I like some sort of like a sweet and sour or plum, but I also like to have a little bit more punch in there. So adding some miso or some soy sauce, something like that. Yeah, I just like a little bit more of a kick because we've got some really nice like umami flavors in a spring roll that even a little bit of hot sauce, something like that, just to kind of cut through the umami flavors.
Perfect.
All right, and then last but not least, we've got our chicken, our pork, and our vegetable egg rolls. And again, when we talk about our flavors and what we're looking for from the product immediately, I'm looking for that crisp kind of shell.
For sure. Yeah,
and
for
you can just tell immediately they've got this nice golden color on them, right? So really, really appetizing.
Very substantive looking, the egg rolls.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Like that would be really dynamic on a plate, I think.
Yeah, it's cool. Like there's you could really build a nice plate to start with these as the base, and then add a nice sauce or maybe some accompaniments that are included on the inside. But so we've got our vegetable. I'm just going to cut these open so they can cool down a little bit so I don't burn my tongue.
Right.
So we're going to try the vegetable one first here. Yeah, just really, really nice and fresh looking.
We can hear the crispiness as you bite into that.
Perfect, because it's exactly what you're looking for. If you fry things for too long because you're really trying to get the crispiness, you can it can be really hard, honestly, and not nice, and that nice balance. And those are perfect. Excuse me, I got a little egg roll there. All right, and then next we're going to go on our chicken here. So this looks, again, real nice, and it's cool. Once you cut these open, you know exactly what you've got on the inside, and you can really just pick out all the ingredients, which again is super, super important to me. So we'll go for a nice crispy end piece here. Really good flavors in that one. I would give that one a great for sure.
Tender chicken, yet crispy exterior, huh?
Yeah, and there's no, kind of weird aftertaste or anything that sometimes you get on convenience products. It's just really, really good quality tasting ingredients in these.
Nice. So great on the chicken egg roll. Very good.
The pork's my favorite. I'm going to give that a wow.
And a wow on the pork.
Like I've mentioned a few times, the flavors that you're getting in these products are natural tasting. They're not muted. They're really good. The pork's got a little bit of not a spice, but it's a little bit of a sharper taste. And again, kind of like I mentioned when I talked about my sauce preferences, I like that to cut through the umami flavors. And that pork I could see myself eating all the time. But overall, really, really good line of products from the innovation line at Greco.
Excellent. Okay, so we got good on the crab rangoons, and we got good on the spring rolls, and we got a great on the chicken egg roll, and a wow on the pork egg roll. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Jesse.
No, my pleasure.
Thanks to our audience for tuning in. We'll see you again next Friday on Influencer Fridays from Cisco Virtual Kitchen.